Hello world. I'm back. I let myself sleep in today and then got a bunch of chores done in the morning. So now I'm gonna try to finish up this Nuxt app, or this Nuxt library. Feeling pretty beat down about it, but I think with a fresh start, we're gonna do just fine, if not better. I will be coming back to this. For now, what I'm going to do is, I think when I left off, I published the ViewMint library, obviously, I guess. Go to the Nuxt library. Make sure that installs the latest library. Let's double check the workflows. Yep, we got it built, we have it installed. Oh. You know what? And I yelled at my AI for doing this. It's my own damn fault. Oh, that was the malformed one, not the view one. So now I have the most recent version of the view library in here, which I do believe all I did was remove the logs from last time, so we'll see what happens here. Head back, I can run serve, will run dev prepare and dev. Ah, yes, I remember this happening. So the error is happening in the view library, so I gotta step out and see if I can get it to happen here. Hopefully I can. I can just serve it. Okay, so it's happening here. Why? Why is it happening here? Let me... It's good that it's happening here. It's very good. That means I can actually diagnose it pretty easily. Maybe it's because I put it in composables. I hope not. I really like the way these composables work. Yeah, it would be. What am I doing? I want to go to the app. Check out what happens when that's a gallery. Yeah. Okay, so I did something wrong, probably in here. Got it. No. Damn it. My box is undefined. Oh, it's always undefined in the beginning. This should go down. Down. Let me check out my angular logic. How do I construct a new photos swipe? PSWP module, photos live gallery. Is this .gallery ID? should probably have a hashtag plus, like it does down here. Get ID, that's it, a second. Register ID. Any chance the issue came from using Nuxt tick? No, it's just... Cannot read properties of undefined reading options. This. So it's having a problem with this. It's coming in the init function, which is this. Go back to using Nuxt tick. I have to change this back to A. Can make it happy. Yeah, I didn't think so. What have I done? Everything was working just fine, not too long. Is it from this syntax, maybe? I think I maybe broke what this was. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I knew this. It's just... I just wanted my code to look pretty, and what I did was I don't even know how to explain it. ChatGPT, I'm gonna make ChatGPT explain it so that I can further explain it. Come here. Come here, ChatGPT. I'm so pissed. Explain why This works. Yes. It's because of how it binds what this is when passing function arguments. Yes, yes. They inherit this from the surrounding scope. Okay, yes. If lightbox exists, that's called within the arrow function, and this inside correctly refers to the lightbox. Yes, I know about that. Why this causes an error. This passes the function directly as a function. Reference, however, in JavaScript, when a method is called without an explicit object reference, it loses its original this binding. Lovely. It loses its connection to lightbox. This is undefined or the global object in non-strict mode. Oh yes, I should have just used .bind, but I was thinking about, usually I do .bind this, referencing the object that I'm in, but since this is functional, it's not like that. So I would have to bind lightbox to itself, and this feels unnecessarily confusing compared to just calling it like this, which is just, you know, the normal way to do it anyways. So now everybody's happy here. I swear I did that elsewhere. Here. Go up here and make private functions. No? I feel like I can probably do them down here because it'll get hoisted. Function line. Right. These here. Oh no. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I gotta stop. Just chill. This is fine. This is good. This works. me just make sure I update my syntax elsewhere, like here. And this one already got a function. That one, come here, make sure that's formatted the same, come to ID. These ones both get functions because it's more than one line anyway. Okay, what a dumb place for me to mess up is just breaking the this binding. Everybody should be good here. Let me double check. The components that rely on this one, which would be landing. And no, not this one. What am I doing? I know I still have issues somewhere. But we're knocking down one, so that's good. Widget, image, carousel. Yeah, none of these even have mounted or any life cycle hooks, honestly. I think anytime I'm gonna use life cycle hooks, I should just probably start it as a composable. That just feels like the right way to do it. Obviously I'm gonna take every, one step at a time, but check out the carousel. Everybody's happy. Carousel's happy, gallery's happy. Nothing in the log. Okay. We bound this in composables. That's what I did. Now it builds. Then it pushes, then it creates a release, and then my GitHub Actions pipeline works on publishing the next release. It will be here. It is building. Well, it is queued. But for now, I'm gonna build it. Even though I'm pretty sure it just did. And then I can npm link. Go back to Nuxt mints. Link it. Go into the playground. Link it. Run dev prepare and dev serve. Okay, well that's built anyway, but I linked it. just for to be sure. Everything fine about these guys? Let's give it a reload to make sure it works on landing. It does. So I do believe everything's working fine in here. Let's check. This is fine. Okay, so clear out of that. We want to reinstall the new version of the library. Here and in the playground. Serve it. Make sure everything works. Very good. I'm leaving the button logs because that's where the issue, or at least one of the issues on the client application was. I'm thinking, hopefully, maybe, now that this bug is fixed, it's not gonna be an issue, but everybody's working fine here. Oh geez, plenty done in here. What do you got for me? I did bump the version. I'm gonna fix that. Peer dependencies have been updated. /caret diff to skip to the next file in a git diff. Okay, so I deleted the use Pinia in that script. For the test pages, I switched that to vModel. Updated everything else to use vModel. Updated the code to use the store on mounted. Big change, okay. But I mean, I just tested it in the playground, everything works fine, and I'm gonna want to test this linked and published. So let's give it a build, or let's give it a publish. Maybe a minor version, because I'm switching from using props to models again, or switching back to using models from using props, because I figured out how to use models inside of V4. Gonna call this the V model update with button logs. And my glorious building publication pipeline begins. For the Nuxt application, this one has a test it has to pass before it even gets to the workflow, but let's get prepared anyway. Definitely still hasn't published. Is everything okay? Yeah, it's just taking some time. 310, go to actions, let that publish. Took me a few tries to get it going. Version 12. Okay, so that built it for release. So now I can npm link this. First off, let's reinstall latest versions of the Mint and Vue libraries. Still building. And then we will link the Nuxt library. Then we will npm run start. There's no reason to have the sidebar open when I'm in the terminal. I wish the terminal would. I'll figure it out. 310 is published. And we are now in the client application. Damn. At least I'm seeing the button is getting its thing. Who's doing it? Still coming from ViewMint. I'm fairly certain the only time I'm using a store is on mount. Let me try it with the published package. Okay. Well, that works perfectly fine. Is it gonna give me those errors in the terminal? It didn't. I didn't get shit. But I can't link it? Why? That's so weird. I mean, as long as it works, it's literally all that matters. And I guess I will be able to start working on the chatbot application today. What if after linking, I reinstall ViewMint at latest? Because the issues with View, which I updated, I think maybe it's just, I think the cache. Yes. So I think the linked version of the Nuxt Mint library was also linked with the ViewMint library. And so it was giving me the old version of the ViewMint library, which is just really, NPM's cache really bugs me sometimes. But the important thing is that this button is outputting, which is why I was logging all these button things. So let's come down here and check these link buttons are working. Everybody's happy, and I get to finally move on to working on the chatbot application. Still might not even get to the chatbot part of it until tomorrow, but we're gonna actually get to work on the application, which is good, which is good. So I'm gonna come back, we're gonna burst out of here. Back to the terminal. Actually, come back here. Global search for console.logs. Nope, console.log. I did that last time. I said console.logs because I'm searching for all of them. So I entered it and that messed things up. This one. This one. I forgot to save. These ones are. This one is unnecessary. This one is an example of me using the runtime config. So I'm gonna wanna keep this, but everybody else, and then the header for the destroy function, I do want that. Let's see, Tinify cert is good. Backend files are okay. I think we're good here. So, close that. Let's close saved files. Yes. Shit, I'm not done. There's still a few tiny things I need to take care of. But first, I am going to no, nothing wrong with the little bit of logs. I'm gonna remove that in this next version. Because I'm going to create a file for this. Copy the plugins. New file. It's just gonna be mint. Pretty sure it's gonna be a TypeScript file. And it's going to be this. Which is going to need these. It's just going to need plugins. We'll get back to that. Come back here. This is going to be @components. I'm going to end up getting rid of all of these when I'm not specifying them here. So I'm going to worry about formatting later. No, it's going to be view plugin. Yeah, I guess it would be a const. Make an index.ps file in here. That exports this. And then this will export int view plugin as default. Yes, so now we still get my primary plugin as default. You can also import it named if you would like. And this will also grab the other guys. Mint view exports. Love it. And then this guy. Oh, actually, everything should be able to work the same. Mint view. Well, this is default. I'm actually gonna rename this to mint view plugin. Why do that? Change this to mint view plugin. Here's the question: do I wanna export this as default? Not really. I kind of want it to just be called the mint view plugin. Get rid of that. And just always import it named. I like named imports and exports. Generally. Like if it's already named, I'm not gonna rename it. Right? Is everything good here? Bet I can serve it. Oh, what a good boy. Everything works fine. Nothing in the console. Everybody's happy. Now, can I clean this up? And I already know the answer is yes. I want to say I already discussed it with chat. Yes, view auto component registration. Option 1, invites glob import. That's what I want. Import.meta.glob. I'm so confused by seeing import being used with a dot modifier. Import.meta.glob? Like, what? I guess this has got to be what I want. I'm gonna double check what eager true's doing. For path in modules, component equals modules.path default. If component dot name app dot component dot name component. Manual registration in a plugin. Create a plugin. Oh yes, that's already what I'm doing. It's already what I'm doing. Doesn't matter. What's important is this imports.meta.glob. So I'm gonna do. Did they put it inside the install? Yes. Let's do. Import dot meta.glob. Star.view. Yeah, maybe I don't need the index files for these guys. Because it's going to be registered as a plugin. When would anybody want to import components themselves? I don't think they would. Static or dynamic? Import at static. Import glob options dot eager. Immediately import all matching files at build time instead of creating dynamic import functions. Oh, okay. Right. Because it's going to try to lazy load it, basically. Unless I specify that. So I'm going to want to do that on all of my globs. All of my globs. So it's going to replace the folder names and just keep the file name. No. I would keep the slashes in the name. That's interesting. Maybe it's just assuming a flat. No, it wouldn't be flat. Oh, I did do /star.view. That's definitely not what I meant. It's me letting the AI work for me, and I'm just forgetting I need the /star. That way it can be in any number of folders. So it's gonna have to replace key value, and then what did chat tell me to use? Component. Okay, for each const path in modules. Oh, right, this is going to give me paths. Maybe, no, paths are the keys. Because it could do key comma value, but it's just doing key. Modules key that exists dot default. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I already got the key value. So it would be value question mark dot default. No, let's just log. We'll start basic. Start basic. Do that. Components is linkable.view module. default. So it does have default. I just need to type it then. Key string value unknown. Components. Is a record of string unknown. Looks like it's just called a module. Doesn't take types. That's a-okay for me. Value as module. Do you have any kind of no? Thought that was gonna be dumb anyways. Object dot entries unknown, array like unknown, string comma unknown. What's it unknown? True string unknown. Is that all I needed? Can you give me that? Yeah. Okay, now I just need to figure out what type this is. Module. What? Without eager. No? With eager. Good. Record string. Okay. 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 True string. Record string. Not any. But default component. Very verbose. Can I? Oh, it updated this guy for me. Oh, nice. I think these guys are gonna get multi-line. Let's give myself more space anyway. Let's try undoing that. Yeah, it's too long. It's too long. So we split. Same output. Very nice. Now it's typed. And then I have the default here. Emits, update model value, props, and classes, model, render, setup, name, linkable. Yeah, that's why it's yelling at me to not use single part component names, because it's like, hey man, it's like you don't want the grid component, you want the mint grid component. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna define that later. I'm not repeating that shit in all of my file names. No sir. No sir. So now that I have all of these, we do const name equals and we'll log the name and the value dot default. And this is a dot. I'm gonna have to add a second dot in there, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a second dot in there. Oh, wait. Oh, it's saying start with a dot slash, so it's not doing it at all. Let me put in another dot. So now we have is linkable, partial swiper UI, section full, section grid, section ending, widget button content, widget button index, widget card, embed, icon, carousel, gallery, index, title. So close, but if it's an index file, then we get rid of it. So we're gonna add second capture group. Ignore what the AI is trying to get me to do. No way it's gonna know what I'm trying to do here. And I'm gonna want slash index question mark. Okay, I figured it out in the end. So that way, there's a slash index at the end of it. It's not going to be included in this $1 capture. I clearly didn't write that correctly. This is being greedy, so I need to add that there. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So for people who don't like regular expressions, this dot star here is just being like everything until we get to this dot view. The index is saying if there's an index here and then the question mark or not. So really this doesn't matter because this guy is like, well, I took the index. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I can take anything. I'm gonna take the index because it's optional for you. You're not required. The dot view is on the outside, so I have to bow down to the dot view. But this guy wants the index. So if you want a star to not be greedy, you have to question it. Now we have is slash linkable, partial swiper, section grid, section landing, widget button content, widget button, good, widget image, good. Okay. This is fun. Const name equals key dot replace. It's that's unnecessary because of that. It's gonna be dot split. Forget about pop. Oh, you know what I can do? I think I can unslug this with a function I wrote. Come on, man. So we'll grab mint text. And instead of the split and rejoin, I'm going to do there. Int text dot unslug. Put that guy on his own line. Stop it. Save. Come in here. Is linkable, so it gives it let me check out text. Title case. Capitalize the first letter of the given word. Turn text dot to lowercase. Dot replace. This is pretty convoluted. There's no way I wrote this on my own. No, I think I did actually. So I had to insert the colon logic. Anyways, this title case, is that called by unslug? Yes. And this replaces dashes and slashes with spaces. So after I've done that, I can just do dot replace space with no space. Save that, come over here. Is linkable, partial swiper. Place all. Is that not a function? It isn't. So now we have all of our component names. All I have to do is give it a prefix. Let's put this down here. Have it in there. Mid view. Plus. Can I put the plus there? I don't think I can put the plus there. It's gonna be mad at me for doing that. Oh, apparently not, but I gotta get rid of that. Mid view plus. Mid text to unslug. Replace the file name. It's not the cleanest, but it works. And for that, I should be able to take all of these. Oh, it's just app.component name and w.default. So that should register all of my components, which means I can get rid of that and no longer have to track my components. This is why you use Nuxt. Nuxt does all of this for you, but for my view library, I do want this. VB plugin, install app, grab all the components, grab all the directives, register all the components. I have to write a helper function for this, so I'm not repeating all of this bullshit. So come down here. Call this get modules. Const export function get modules does not equal anything. Don't mean the arrow syntax. Const modules equals import.meta.glob true string record. Oh no. Damn, you're right. You're right. What if I did record string default any. No, you're right. T path string default of T. ext was used but never read. Okay, we'll get there. Path, no. Eager, true. Oh, that's just doing this part, which... Yes. Yes. Okay, so import meta glob true string. I wonder what this first value is for. It's just true. It's just always true. It's not a boolean. It's just true. So path. Okay. Nope. Make this path. Put this back to normal. Nope, not a string. It's good, generic type. We get the path. Const. Parts equals path dot split on the star star slash star. In fact, we'll do that. Split it on the slash star star slash star. And then we can do ext equals parts dot pop, removes the last element and returns it. If the array is empty, undefined is returned, and the array is not modified. Yeah. So path is just going to be path. It's going to get all of the modules, and then it's going to return modules dot map. Yes. Object dot from entries. Object dot entries. Modules dot map. Key value. Yes. Okay. From entries. Object dot entries. Module dot map. Key value. Min text dot unslug. Key dot replace. Can I build this regular expression from variables? Use a regular expression constructor instead. So I can pass it in as a string. Yeah, okay. Parts ext equals make this a string, do parts 0. Dot replace all period with backslash period, because it's now a string. Actually, I want to get rid of that because I want it to be in here. Oh, right. Can't do replace all. We need to replace period literal with backslash period. And then do dot replace backslash forward slash. Yeah, this one also needs to be global. Backslash forward slash with backslash forward slash. I think I'm doing this right. And then plus this plus the extension. Don't you love regular expressions? Regex equals new regular expression from the regular expression string. I replace these. I replace these. The This remains the same. I did forget the dot star. If it works, it's beautiful. What do I call the function? Get modules. Eager true. Did I do that down here? Yes. So get rid of that. And then yeah, I should be able to handle that. And instead of constant name equals let's call this name, and we will console log the name. I don't really need the component, I just want to see that the name is formatted correctly. And we'll fix that eventually. Thought this was going to make it cleaner, but it doesn't. It's definitely more confusing, but at least I'm not repeating myself. So it's matter if I spell it right. Invalid glob import syntax could only use literals. Glob import syntax can only use literals. You're telling me that I just wasn't allowed to do this whole time? Invalid glob import syntax could only use literals. I can only use literals. Wait, no. Yes. No, I swear, this is, I'm passing in literal to here, but it's still not. Still not okay with it. Does that do it for you? Didn't think so. Okay, so this is all just a giant waste of time. I'm gonna keep this. Okay. Let's copy this. Get back up here. Get modules component. Do I need to? Nope. I'll be able to get rid of that. That. All this name modules. This is going to be a record key string. T. So I do need it to be typed. Modules can be destroyed. Do need the extension. bits. Wish I could pass it into a function to do this part, but whatever. Rename that to name modules. We can get rid of that. But path string is going to start there. Name modules, path string modules, parts equals path dot split. Get the extension from that. Replace all that fun stuff. Remove the index. Add the extension. Create the regular expression. Do this. Default does not exist on type T. That and get rid of those. Oh wait. I'm returning the default, yes, so I won't need that. Name directive, name component, argument of type unknown. That's okay, because we're going to add component here and directive there. What's an extra record string on here? Need to get rid of that. I added that for how it worked in the function. Looks right. A bit of renaming. Components path turns into components blob and directives blob. Components and directives. Maybe I should separate these. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I know. Output directives. I still have that down there. So we should be fine here. I hope. I think I forgot to add the view mint somewhere. Or mint view. And this is going to start with the lowercase, so I'm going to have to do it out here. This is going to be in view name. Impact, I'm going to log in view name. And this is going to be int just mint. But that doesn't exist in directives yet. Let's see. Mint text.unslug. But this one doesn't get that. Damn. So maybe I can't use this at all. Yeah, that was just a colossal waste of time. Okay. So get the glob, add the path, and then components equals name modules component, components path, components glob. I need to do that. Now I already have the extension and the directory set separately. So components is going to be object dot from entries, and then object entries components club dot map key dot u key dot replace components extension with that. No. I'm gonna rename this regular expression. Do this, do that. This is fine. Components blob is that. Components equals name modules. But I'm not doing that anymore. Object from entries key dot replace components extension. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do get regex components path. With $1. And this is actually going to get int text.unslug. Key.replace. That. Wait. Key.replace. Components path. So you get regular expression components path. One. Dot replace spaces. Slowly. That's right. I feel like that's right. You have regular expression. Now we don't need that. We're just gonna take in the path, which is a string. We're going to return a regular expression. Let's come down here, return regex. I don't need that. Okay. So now this guy can name his own way of This goes out here. So we have components path, components glob, components is from entries, object.entries, dot map, it unslugs it, it replaces the regular expression with the extracted value, it replaces any spaces with nothing, and the value is default, so we should be able to log components, name component, mint view name, yeah. And then we'll get to directives in a sec. God damn. Avoided by regular expressions again. I'll remember to fix that. So let's save that. Who's yelling at me? Oh, it's because I haven't used the directive. Really? I need to pass it in down here anyways, so I'd really like to not have to repeat myself. That's how it works though, apparently. Components. It's got all the components, names them all appropriately, so this works perfectly fine. It's a little ugly, but we'll get there. Like everything's working fine in there, so let's just get the components, register the components. This is going to be get the directives, register the directives. I'm going to take a tiny break, BRB. returned. Now, all of my components are registered automatically, and it takes up about the same amount of space as registering them individually was earlier, but now I don't need to re-register every time I make a new component, and that's fun. Let's do this, and remember I have to fix this. Directives glob, true string default directive. Let's see. It's not gonna allow this. This is going to become object.from-entries, object.entries, glob, map, key value becomes unslug. Key.replace, get regular expression, directives path on that guy, that's very nice. This guy can go on his own line, but I don't want to unslug, because that sets it to title case. Where are my cases? In fact, I want it to be a slug. Here's my question. Let's see, replace apostrophes with nothing. Replace non-word characters and dashes with a dash. Replace multiple dashes with a dash. Replace leading and trailing dashes with nothing. Replace leading and trailing forward slashes. Okay, so this allows forward slashes. Okay, so I can do, I'm gonna slug it. I'm gonna turn it into a slug. And then I can just replace forward slashes with nothing. Or no, with dashes. Or, you know what I could do? This might be a dumb way to do this, so give me a sec. I want to add an unslug in there. thing that's gonna do what I want. But there are no directives. So first, don't accidentally paste. Control B to open up this. In SRC, we make a new folder. Directives. And we will do, let's see. Sanitize is what I've been calling it. I think I'm gonna rename it. I think everything's gonna be prefixed with mint view. I don't want sanitize. The sanitize is too long. Just gonna call this mint view HTML. It's gonna be HTML.ts. Back. Take this directive. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go back here. Paste that in there. Import DOM purify. Export defaults. Parameter L has implicit any. Okay, yeah. Binding has implicit any. That wasn't a problem in here. That's probably because app.directive tells it what app.directive any string name string directive any string. Okay, so do I yeah, just let that happen. Okay, export default HTML element, directive binding, element.innerHTML equals DOM purify.sanitize binding.value. Put that there. Create the index. Except this is unnamed. It's definitely not going to be that. Not allowed to do that? Yeah, that makes sense. So it's gonna follow everybody's standard except for the composables, which start with the lowercase u's, I guess. Mint view HTML, no, mint view HTML. Yeah, feel like doing this is totally unnecessary, so I might get rid of that as well. Oh, cancel. Because I'm not going to need this anywhere. Except for in the plugin that installs it. So... no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Just because I'm weird. This looks fine. The plugin. Should now find. We have HTML, index, undefined. Yes, interesting. So that's undefined. What? I thought using an underscore was supposed to make that okay. So I'll just do Jesus, no. Module, arrow, module, dot, no. Zoom. Yeah. What's going on here? Argument of type unknown. But if I get rid of that, it's okay? What's wrong with you? This is just getting rid of ones that don't have a module. Let's get rid of that. I don't care. That's better. Gonna be better for down here as well. test it first. Did I do that? And just HTML. I wish I had. I need to try a new folder test. New folder test does. Yes. Oh wait, no. This needs to be in directives. Directives. Shit. Oh, come on, cursor. Just gonna close it. Index and tests. They're all going to be the same, but it should be. Now we have all my directives. HTML index is undefined. We have test and test dash test, which is good. This one's the index. This was the one named test inside test, and they're chained by dashes. Everything's working out except this guy. Like directives. Did I use this in here anywhere? Even sanitize. So I didn't have to import this from anywhere. I just need to register it. So I think that means I can just do without the index file in directives. So I'm not going to have to export it anywhere. Same with components, maybe. Somebody's using from the is, yeah. So I do use the TS files in there. So no index in the directives. I do want an index in the plugins. I can get away with it in the components because they're all .view. Any .ts file is just for indexing. But that doesn't work in, say, composables. But I don't need to register composables. Definitely want it for the composables. not directives. Definitely for plugins. Definitely for stores. So it's just directives. And I think components, I might get rid of the .ts file, the index.ts files. Because they're registered in the plugin. Which means I don't need to import them anywhere. On any client applications. Which means the only places I'm going to need to import my components is in my other components. Okay. I'm definitely never going to need to import. Okay. I would just have to get more specific on these. Which isn't a bad idea. This one just is doing it relatively. Definitely need to pick one. Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm fine with where I'm at. No, I'm not. I want an index file. I want that. Which means I want to ignore index. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just not gonna have index files in there. I might get rid of the index files in the widgets, but for now, I think I'm okay with it. No, I don't want to have to update them every time. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. Now, hopefully everyone who's mad about that will yell at me. It's carousel for sure. Make sure nobody gets mad. Go here. We're so close. Definitely gonna be done with the libraries today. Wait, what? 5174? Because 73 is already in use? Okay. Whoa, my numpad was off. I don't know how that happened. Yes. No longer need that one as well. And that's also going to come here. Don't need that. Stores, composables, plugins. Yep. I don't think we need to expose the directives. So that should be fine. Directives, HTML. Everybody's happy? Everybody's happy. Okay, yeah, version, minor, version, %s, extracted, directives, and plugins, plus auto, register, components, / directives. Right? Wait. First off, I forgot to get rid of logs. Yes, and then constant.lag name, app.directive mint, name, directive. Let's start with mint view. Just like this one starts with mint view. Get rid of the logs. Oh, this is why it was still working, because I still had this directive here. We'll get rid of that. Save it. Do a quick search for console.logs. Nope, we're good. I just need to change and sanitize. everywhere to vmint view HTML. You know what? Yeah. Just gonna get rid of the view. Save that, and then come back to the Mint plugin, get rid of this view prefix. Save that, come back here, copy this, so I can do that later without running it now. And do an npm run serve to make sure everything's good again. What's up here? Oh, forgot to remove that. Get rid of that. This. Save that. Make sure everything's running well. No logs. Everything's working. Has title, has the HTML. Okay, everything's fine. And I can paste this in here. And we'll publish a version. Now I do need to still look in, this is in Nuxt Mint, and it hasn't updated yet, but we are going to replace this with vmint HTML. Everywhere it's used. Good. I'm gonna take a quick break while we wait for this guy. Oh. Never mind. Published in 40 seconds. I guess it's the next one that takes long. Because it has the test. We'll test it in the Nuxt library. I renamed this Mint View plugin. I think that's all the changes I made. No extra logs, carousel works, gallery works, breadcrumbs works, navigation works, buttons work. Oh, a little bit, getting cut off a tiny bit. Thought I already fixed that, but we'll come back to it. So everything's fine here with the new library. Let's see, did I make any changes here? Updated the human package. Get diff past these. Vmint sanitize. Let's become the HTML. Remove the logs. Mint view plugin. Okay, so now I can version. Patch. Forms. Yeah. The message will be the version number and what did I do? Update Mint View plugin. Name sanitize to the HTML. So now we build the Nuxt library. Oh, this is all coming together. Be right back. So now we wait for this to build. Very happy about how this is going. This one definitely takes longer because of the test. The other one, I don't even have it running the test. There we go. Let's see. Updated libraries, yes. Replace run all with run s. Have this relink function I'll probably keep in there. Added photo swipe and swiper. Remove that unnecessary code. Updated the temp data to use B model. Okay. Update my icons. Update mint, view mint, and Nuxt mint. Now I can serve it. Okay. No extra logs. No errors in the console. Everything's working. Wow. Finally. All right. Now that this is done, I'm basically, let's see, I'll push it live, and then I need to get ready for dinner later today, so I might end up being done. I might actually give myself a video game after I get back. But tomorrow we start on the chatbot. Okay, so let's kill this, and I can, let's see. I don't even want the back end. I want it to spin up resources, because I'm gonna want, for this, I'm gonna want the user to be able to just log in on my website. And I know I can do that. So, here's what I'm gonna do. to just basic to do data. I don't want it to spin those up. So I'm going to delete those for now. Keep the back end empty, but I am going to have it define a back end. It might actually not build because of that, but hopefully this is going to be allowed. Or otherwise I'll just delete the folder entirely, I guess. Everything's up to date, so I should be able to just Nuxt, so view and Nuxt library. And we push it. Looks like it's provisioning resources for me. Ooh, failed. Ah, yes. Excuse me. What I need to do first is to change the build settings so that I can accept a secret. So I'm gonna copy this. What is it? Amplify.yaml? Yeah. Get rid of that. Actually, you don't want to open that. Actually, I don't want to open that. It has my good friend there. And then this guy will get a new file, amplify.yaml, paste in this, which is the current settings, version 1, backend, phases, pre-build, commands, that just says build, commands npm ci, cache.npm, or offline, yeah. npx pipeline deploy branch AWS branch. Yes, okay, so I need to update that. Front end npm run build base directory. I wonder why this is .amplify hosting. I didn't tell it to do that. Hash paths. Do I wanna... Well, it didn't come with it, so I see no reason to add that. Where's the cache at here? Cache.npm? Maybe I do need that. Let's just add this guy. And then... Okay, so first off, I want to add this pre-build phase. Here. Load amplify secrets from SSM into environment variables. Great. So, for each of the SSM parameters, no, this is wrong. I'm sure I can get them specifically. I'm doing get parameters by path. Even value. You know, if it works. So if it if the secret is on awesome token or the GitHub packages token, export that into an environment variable. And then for build, this remains the same. This, let's see, it's a pull request. Use the prod backend. Otherwise, deploy it as its own branch. Yes. I want this instead of this. Good. npm run build. believe this will do what I need, so we'll come up here. Amplify.yaml. We push it. And then again, I wait for it to build. Last time it took 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so hopefully after this, I will be able to go to the website. And then be done with this stream. So I can get on, and so I can get in the shower, then go eat dinner, then come back and probably game, or I can get myself to go to bed early. I'm doing that. Maybe I'll do my taxes. Still haven't done that. I said I was going to do that a while ago, but then I got lost in this view stuff. And no, I'm not going to put what's going on in my AWS console on stream, because I don't want to risk it. Still not done building. I'm going to say that's a good sign. Ooh, GitHub added DeepSeek to its Copilot models. Damn, not again. User cannot be authenticated with the token provided. Did I set up my secrets? Thought I did. Okay, my dumbass renamed the GH packages token to GP packages token. So it's not going to pass the token in. I will save, and now we have another 3 minutes to get back to where it was. So I'll be right back. So it's 4.5 minutes into the build and it hasn't failed yet. So again, I'm gonna say that's probably a good sign. I gotta get my Duolingo streak. I'm waiting for that. We have build. So now I can go to chat.appartment.com and there I made it password protected so you guys can't use up all of my OpenAI credits, AWS credits. I forget what I made it. Okay, we have liftoff with the carousel working, the nav bar working, navigation working, the swiper working. Everybody's good. That took way longer than I was expecting, like a couple days extra to get here because of some weird issues that I think is mostly because of npm link. But we made it. Everything works. It's live. It's password protected. That's it for now. I'm gonna start tomorrow on building out the back end. Which will be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna try to set the Nuxt Mint library to host the playground as a website. So that I don't need an extra library to prove that I can use Nuxt to power my website. So basically, I'm gonna make my website is gonna be gonna be able to go to nuxt.appartment.com to visit the same thing as what's at appartment.com. Actually, not. I think what's at appartment.com is actually still a placeholder. So yeah, I need to get this. Replaced with my actual application. And then this is going to be a chat app. And then I'm going to make nuxt.appartment.com be the exact same thing as my website, which, if you want to see it, you should look at the episodes on YouTube of Coding with Sam before I started labeling it with the Nuxt tag, like right before that. Let's see, this is done. Close all of those. This doesn't need pinned anymore. Oh, it's so much cleaner. Let's check out over here. I don't care about this as of yet. Okay, this is good. This is good. Yeah. It's 4:40. I have time to take a shower, get ready, go to dinner. This is weird. I'm at a good place. I feel skeptical about it for some reason. I don't really have enough time. I was gonna like jam or something, but this really does have to be the end. Like this ended at the perfect time for today. Tomorrow we're gonna get the chatbot. That's not gonna take long at all. That's just gonna be a couple Lambda functions. The longest part is gonna be setting it up. I wanted to use the auth from my website, so the hardest part is going to be just me figuring out how to, instead of defining a new auth for the Nuxt chatbot, I'm going to point it to this one. Shouldn't be too bad. That way, I don't need multiple accounts for all of my applications, whereas I do have a separate account for, say, Death Comes Lifting, Broctopus, etc. This is it though. This is it. I'm done. I did it. It works. Took me longer than I expected, but we got here. I learned a lot along the way. It was very enlightening. I love composables are great. Auto imports are nice. Love the directory structure. Yeah, seems cool. I might actually like stop using my Angular library. Not really, because I have like tons of, I have at least 10 client applications, but some of them might be transferring to Nuxt because I like it. So, chatbot, next time. And thanks for watching. For real this time. Peace.